Viceland. For comments or complaints, press 1.
You've got these 3-4 morons, and most of the screen is covered by these guys smoking pot. How stupid are you? Teach people about what really happened back in the time. Let them know that all this religious bullshit is bullshit. And get rid of these morons. If you want them sitting there smoking pot and talking bullshit, give them a pot channel. But don't put them on Ancient Aliens. This is idiotic.
Shut the up.
Gang shit.
Did Ancient Aliens really help to shape our history? And if so, might they have come here in search of gold?
It's the beginning of a new time, man. Where is Maya? I say, everybody got a belief. That shit's crazy. That's like cinnamon bears there. Ancient Aliens is pretty much the best thing that was ever created by man. Traveling the stars. Lost Ancient Aliens for a limited time only.
Whoa, what is that, dude? It's a Vixia. Donut can. Oh, sexy. It gets in your shit.
Crispy.
Get it. That's it. That was it.
Hey, what's up? Andy, how you doing? I'm great. You're great. Great too. I did it, Yasu.
So we're good. We're ready.
Hey.
We're ready to go. And
Baby, I'm ready to go.
On my AC Slater. Can you extend it? I can. Only 3 to 6. All right, put the ice on it. That's the only way I can. Get a close up of the ice. It's gold.
Do they know what this is?
Yeah, you just come into the crib watching Ancient Aliens, man. We just gotta, these are 3 very intergalactic human beings, so I feel like they're gonna get it. Play the episode, please, man, and make sure that shit's loud before I get really angry.
Treble high, bass low.
Lake Guatavita, Colombia. Believed to be the site of an ancient meteor crater, this circular-shaped mountain lake is at the center of one of mankind's greatest searches. The search for El Dorado, the lost city of gold.
Bam, bam.
Wait, bitch. I'll sit here. You sit there.
Since the 16th century, El Dorado has been the holy grail for fortune hunters. Legends abound about a place full of untold riches somewhere in South America.
The story of El Dorado developed from the Lake Guatavita that was within the territory of the Muisca, or the Chibcha people, which was a chiefdom.
I mean, I don't want to ruin anything. I just want to put some honesty out there.
Pause it.
I'm kind of more into your guys' company than I am this show right now.
Why do you have to f it up so early, bro? We're trying to get into it,
Okay,
man.
let's do it.
A chiefdom with civilization itself that had a lot of gold.
The ruler in the southern half of the Muisca territory was known as the Zipa, but the conquistadors who arrived there in the 16th century called him El Dorado, Spanish for the Golden One. They gave him this name after observing the Muisca's most sacred ritual. The Zipa would float out on a royal barge to the middle of Lake Guatavita to make offerings of gold to a god believed to live at the bottom of the lake.
It was said that the chief, adorned with resin and then adorned with gold dust, would jump into the water in order to wash the gold dust off, and that golden objects and sacrifices would be thrown into that particular lake.
Is gold something that's really important to space exploration and to astronomy? Well, it actually is very important, and the reason why is because gold is an inert material. It doesn't react with anything. The other thing that's very important about it is that it is a wonderful conductor of electricity. And last but not least is the fact that gold is a perfect reflector of infrared. You can use gold.
Is it true that you can fit all the gold in the world in one swimming pool? They say it's like one Olympic-sized swimming pool. All the gold in the whole world if you melt it down. One swimming... You paused it? Yeah, for real. No, for real. If you melted all the gold in the world. Someone look that up?
Someone check that.
Check those stats.
3.27 swimming pools.
Teach people.
Okay, well, that's still not a lot. 3.5 pools?
That was a good call.
Nice call. The best part about being wrong is now you know the right answer. Roll that shit.
Gold is a very rare and valuable element throughout the universe. Rare and valuable element, rare and valuable element, rare and valuable element throughout the universe.
Hey, Riff. Yeah. I rolled you a medium, boy.
Yeah, give me the medium, boys.
Hang on. How much?
Could such a thing be possible?
Do I have a crutch in it?
According
Yeah, I
to
made you a
ancient
crutch.
astronaut theorists, it is not only possible, but they claim the proof exists in the numerous texts and legends of the ancient world, like that of the legendary Incan city of Paititi, thought to be located near the southeastern area of Peru.
Oh, shit.
The conquistadors became obsessed with finding this mysterious city of gold that they've heard was in the jungles of eastern Peru somewhere.
Here, Riff.
Eastern Peru, got it.
Paititi.
Look at that, Riff. On a silver platter, on a black platter.
Where's Machu Picchu? Is that in Peru?
Yeah.
It's enough.
El Dorado and Paititi are frequently confused. I see El Dorado as being that particular gold-producing site that was in northern South America, and Paititi having been another civilization contemporaneous with the Incas in the area of Peru, Bolivia, that is yet to be definitively found.
Ancient astronaut theorists believe a golden sun idol called the Ponchao that once resided in Coricancha may provide evidence that extraterrestrials...
What are those sticks? What's that?
I have no idea. I just found it, and I wanted to put it in my mouth.
Oh, damn.
Coricancha was famous for
There he is.
its gigantic golden disc that the ancient Inca worshipped. That was a symbol of a giant golden disc that allegedly landed from the sky in front of the Inca ruler.
How often do they say allegedly?
Everything's a
And
legend.
he had direct contact, according to the legends, with the sky gods.
With the what? Sky
The
gods?
giant golden disc
The
that
base
once
god.
resided inside Coricancha
Look at his
had
chain.
been made to honor an alien visitor.
He had the chain with the shoulder pad. Can we pause that?
It was heavy.
I gotta send that to my jeweler. Hold on, let me see the shoulder pads. He had 24 karat gold shoulders.
Like Ray Lewis. He was like holding the chain up.
Could the giant golden disc that once resided...
Damn.
Oh, damn, the face is
It's
on
the
the shoulder
shoulders.
pad.
Damn, son.
It's like a cloak.
The two golden shoulders holding the...
24 karat gold shoulders. Look, one is the lion from the Wizard of Oz, and then the other one is his dad. Okay, run it.
resided inside Coricancha have been made to honor an alien visitor. And if extraterrestrials did come to mine gold, might this also provide evidence that Paititi is nearby? In 1533, the Spanish overtook the city of Cusco.
The Spanish took a lot of
and
shit, huh?
plundered the temple of Coricancha in search of Incan gold. But according to local legend, the gold had already been moved 20 miles northwest of the city and deposited at the bottom of a nearby lake.
Before the entire group of Spanish were able to get into Cusco, the priests found out about it, and they had all of the gold from all of the temples brought
Oh,
up to
good,
Lake
more white
Tahoe
people.
and thrown into the center. None of it has been found to this day.
Perhaps even more mysterious are the frequent reports of unusual sightings in the skies over the area.
The stories go that there's a little vortex that opens up just about the size of the spaceship, perhaps 20 feet across. The spaceship enters the lake, the vortex closes. Just about the size of the spaceship, perhaps 20 feet across. The spaceship enters the lake, the vortex closes.
According to the ancient Mayans, in my past life as an ancient alien,
Yes.
this is what I used to look like. I had an aquaberry back fist. It was gemstones that looked like fish scales. It was like webbed in between. And the fins had all emeralds, invisible set action.
I like that.
Then my elbow, I had a tangerine sunrest. I had triple-bladed elbow pads. I had butterscotch caramel tone socks made of bronze amber that was melted down. If I went to the gas station in the mid-1600s, I had coins on my chest. I love jewels.
You open the chest and it just... turn it up.
What do you want me to do for you?
I want you to tell him,
Get ready. We're going to this commercial break. This is crazy. We'll see you in a minute.
He's hyping up
This is crazy. We're going to this commercial break right now. We're going to go to the commercial break. Right in middle camera. What's wrong with you? Come back. This is a commercial break right now. All the way energy.
Let me get the lighter.
All the way energy.
You want to toast a bagel or not? Come with me and toast some bagels. No. Off then. Lousy piece of shit bagel. What the is going on here? Okay. Seems like everyone really gets it. Riffraff was... I feel like we're on the same wavelength, me and him. He's intergalactic. Simon, he's a little standoffish, but I know deep down inside that he feels the same way I do. Andy, I think Andy's way past everybody, man. He's been on another level for many years. Al. Man, I love that guy. I think he's starting to come around. I think Body is trapped by himself. He's trapping himself with himself. I don't know. Something else.
In an early experiment with nuclear energy, Professor Hantaro Nagaoka directs 150,000 volts of electricity at a mercury isotope under a dielectric layer of paraffin oil for 4 hours. The purpose? To strike out a hydrogen proton from the nucleus of the mercury and produce a new element. Gold. The experiment is a success. Professor Nagaoka has solved the mystery that has eluded scientists for centuries. The mystery of the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone. Run that back. Let it go.
An idea that you could have a magic kind of material that would turn lead or some very inexpensive metal into gold. The thought that one could do that is attractive in and of itself.
Pause forward. What the why did we pause it?
Because I can't hear it.
One that could create gold out of common metal. Scientists and alchemists spent centuries trying to invent one.
I think I heard the word alchemist.
Even Sir Isaac Newton, obsessed over the mystery of the Philosopher's Stone in the 17th century.
That could have been me.
Although the English crown, fearing the potential devaluation of gold, had made the practice of alchemy punishable by death.
Pause that.
Pause it. Punishable by death.
The powers of alchemy were punishable by death.
Think about that every time you make a beat.
What does alchemy have to do with all this shit? Play it.
Time of Professor Nagaoka's experiment in 1924. Most of the scientific community had declared the process of producing gold from another metal impossible. But that quickly changed once they knew where to look. The secret of alchemy lies in the stars.
When you think about how gold's made, naturally, gold is formed basically in the nuclear reactions in the sun. And then it's spread throughout the universe when a supernova occurs, and the sun explodes and sends all of the products out. Because we now can do controlled nuclear reactions, we have the ability finally to essentially manufacture gold from other elements.
Midas touch.
Here at the University of California, Irvine,
Shout out to Irvine.
Shaka conducts experiments in alchemy nearly every day.
We can put mercury into one of these tubes, and mercury has a minor isotope of 0.15%. Mercury 196 is called. Right. And that isotope will actually pick up a neutron and...
Shout out to old school thermometers that had mercury in them before they knew that it was poison.
In terms of the amount of power, including electrical energy that you can generate from a given mass of material, nuclear is about 10 to 20 million times better than anything else.
After 24 hours, the experiment has been a success and yields gold. A real-life Philosopher's Stone at work in the basement of a university building. The discovery of alchemy has been invaluable to science, but ironically, it has not produced untold riches.
If you irradiate for about a day in our reactor, you make 0.3 cents worth of gold. Since we charge $200 an hour, to operate the reactor, you're pretty far in the hole.
I don't trust that dude.
While modern-day alchemy is considered far too inefficient to create vast new caches of gold, ancient astronaut theorists believe a much greater...
So wait a minute, pause that. Are they saying that they could make gold right now?
That's what I'm wondering.
So, but in a small
That dude's
amount?
trying to make gold.
They can make gold.
They can make
gold.
He's trying. With mercury. If you take mercury and negate it with a 7% formaldehyde, you might get some gold.
Teach people.
You can make diamonds now, too, though.
You, Andy.
No, you.
No, but-
I'm serious about that.
In fact, you can actually make gold.
I feel like you want to smack me
No,
right
no, I'm
now.
serious. I want to know how. Who's doing this?
Making diamonds?
Yeah.
Well, it's like the technology is like almost as expensive as like a regular diamond, but they're trying to change it. So
That's
it's
what
like
they're saying
not.
about this?
But it's like it's not like something you could easily put up under a microscope and be like, oh, this is easily the fake diamond. Like they're producing like real diamonds with science and
Are they all
technology.
flawless?
I think they might be.
Who are
I
you
don't know.
trying to text while I'm talking to you?
No,
Like,
I'm
out of your
trying to
mind?
Google it, bro. I'm trying to
You
find
should
out more
bring
info on
it,
it. I
Andy.
don't know
Hey,
everything.
Bonnie, shut the up.
We're almost through this episode, you know? Had to get some food. Good people at Roscoe's came through. We have Melissa from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
We brought plenty of syrup, butter, and succulent breast.
I don't know, I need a lot of hot sauce and maple syrup all over the place. I don't know what you guys are waiting for, but here come the vultures. This is what you need.
Everyone eat up.
I have to see you.
And we also brought macaroni and cheese.
Unbelievable.
How's everything tasting?
Tastes like, oh,
Magic. It tastes like magic.
this is where it's at. This is it.
And what about candied yams?
What about them? I love them. Hello. Having fun? We're eating Roscoe's, smoking weed, talking shit, chilling with the motherfucking homies. I can't even believe this is a TV show.
Ancient astronaut theorists believe a much greater technology than our own may have been at work thousands of years ago.
The nose has been removed.
No, what do you mean?
Another place.
Oh, there's a whole different
where gold
thing.
was
King Tut.
to the gods.
Tutankhamun. Right?
The idea of gold being some sort of divine metal, divine element, is very much ingrained in the ancient Egyptian systems of belief.
But just how did gold come to be so much more abundant in ancient Egypt than in neighboring lands?
This is that butter gold right here.
Which one? Theorists.
That hardcore.
It is
Oh, man.
That hardcore butter.
That hardcore, man.
That hardcore.
See, they said the Egyptians were capable of manufacturing gold.
If alchemical transmutations can be performed in a modest facility...
You really think they could do it back then if that dude in Irvine could barely do it now with all the laser equipment? You know what I
Look
mean?
at the pyramids, though. We can't recreate the pyramids, and
That's
they did
why
that shit.
time travel is probably a factor.
Yep, shout out to Stephen Hawking.
This is why we're talking about this, man. This
So wait.
ancient alien theory is real.
Which one? That.
The theory, just the entire theory that, you know, they came down and gave knowledge.
But how long ago? Like
Or
over?
helped.
Is that why the pyramids are all the same around
You
the
know
world?
what?
There's no way they could.
You know what? Who knows how long ago? It could have been
What is
last
time?
week.
Only the madman
It
is
could've been
absolutely
last week.
sure. Robert Anton Wilson.
Right.
This
What
is
the
true
is
about the
memories?
universe.
What is memories?
Memories are our weird scientific way to go back into the hard drive of our brain and recall shit that's happened to us. But when you think about...
What if it really didn't happen at that time? What if it was a different time and the time was off?
Well, that's why I'm a big fan of Only the Madman is Absolutely Sure, because when you talk about anything in the scope of the universe, everything is so rare, and we can only process certain information with our sensory organs. So to be so limited...
You didn't even smoke.
To be so limited, we really have no idea. But anyway, yeah, whatever, I mean... I just think it's hard for anyone to say they believe in one specific thing when there are so many variables that we can't really understand. Everything is a complete guess. It's fun to guess. We can have some shit that backs up our guesses, but we can't be fully sure about anything when it comes to big things like the universe, aliens.
That's why these shows exist, because you can't say for sure.
Yeah.
Because that little question mark of this, you know.
Hey, it's left open for interpretation. Let's continue the show, body.
Christopher Dunn has suggested that the Giza pyramid is some kind of giant machine, and that some kind of chemical reaction was taking place inside the pyramid.
Looking into the blueprints of the internal arrangement of passageways, chambers, and shafts, the appearance of it to me did not resemble anything that would be used.
This dude looks like that comedian.
The precision with which it was built, the precision of the stones that go into building the Queen's Chamber, the Grand Gallery, and then also thousands and thousands of tons of granite that were brought down the Nile 500 miles to build the King's Chamber. These are the features that really shout out and say, there's something going on there, there's something different. It was built like a machine, perhaps it functioned like
Norm Macdonald.
He had that look to him.
Could it be
Norm Macdonald smokes weed all day.
was the original philosopher?
Can you get him on here?
Yeah.
Call him. Call Norm up. Young Knowledge, come sit, man. Young Knowledge, where you at? Okay, you're next. Move over, let Knowledge sit here.
We got a new dude?
Hidden somewhere here on Earth.
New dude.
And can be found in here.
Knowledge. To the left.
Ooh, Sage, let's get the spirits out here.
Can we put some music or something, maybe?
1936.
Oh, I mean loud.
Egypt.
So that could blend.
Just let some Kenny G. Can you get some ancient aliens or some
I love
Kenny
it.
G?
Stole my heart, that woman right there.
But after 11 years of work, Egyptian...
I'm working on Norm Macdonald, yo.
Monument for the first
Hey,
time...
vice people, do you guys really want Norm before I do this?
Yes.
All right, he'd be great.
1 feet long and 6 feet...
Well, I'm getting the middleman, his friend.
So you get some kind of ill dancing. Which is low, like build up a circle. Yeah, build up a circle.
Should we call Charlie Sheen?
Even more incredible is its shape. The Sphinx has the head of a man. And
This is not true. This used to be something else.
Egyptologists...
This was not the face of a man.
The Great Sphinx.
The Greeks broke the nose. The face of a man was not the original Sphinx. It is to be believed that it was the face of a dog.
Oh, that?
Shit. Yes, Osiris.
Osiris.
That's crazy. That's a Greek. Osiris was to be
Andy,
be
bing that.
believed. He was to be believed to have a man body and a dog face.
That's Jeeves.
Shut your mouth, Trevor.
So how are you supposed to know when it's got no face at all?
Wikipedia. It's crazy because they broke the face and then they did that for some reason. They didn't want the dog. They thought he was some evil guy.
I'm gonna take a leap in the dark and say it was wind and sand erosion.
Bullshit.
That's 40 years old. 40 years old.
Just blow the nose off.
To the reign of the pharaoh Khafra in approximately 2500 BC. Others claim its construction could be much, much...
The Orthodox date of about 2500 BC tagged on these monuments has been challenged by a group of researchers, including myself, who have argued that the erosion of the Sphinx suggests a much, much older Sphinx.
I told you, erosion. Shut the f*** up.
You eroded, bitch.
Although Egyptologists have found no agreement as to when or why this strange monument was built.
I don't even hear you, body.
Yeah, because you're dead.
Extraterrestrials being present in ancient Egypt.
Nah, let's throw to a Earl.
Listen, man, we'll be back.
Styles P.
Is this a real show? I got knowledge here talking at 0.07 decimals. Body won't shut the f up. Andy's bringing everything. Action's high as f***ing Alchemist as usual, sitting there salty as f***. That's the show.
Camera A zooming on the feet. We want to see the chancletas. Yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of stress. Camera B up to the left. You want to get a close of a big body. Use the rotund one on the far left. You want to get his shape up. See how his lineup is. We want to see his barbers work. Let's see if we can get him to make some noises. That's how you gotta do it.
Puerto Rico.
It's just all about keywords with our noises.
Is it possible that when Egyptian archaeologists began excavating the Great Sphinx, what they were really searching for was gold?
Yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible, Hosty.
Over the centuries, secret chambers, shafts, and elaborate tunnel systems have indeed been discovered all around the Giza Plateau.
No, I want to go.
A shaft was discovered called the Osirian shaft, which led under the Giza Plateau behind the Sphinx. Now, in that shaft are various passageways that lead seemingly nowhere.
In recent years,
of course, all these dudes heard tales of all this gold being buried all over the place, and
which reveal evidence.
Of course, they're gonna go over there with bad intentions, trying to excavate the gold.
They're called GPR scans.
Whatever they're doing, it's like the scam when they call you on the phone. That Nigerian one. I don't even know how it happens.
Donate to the church.
Whatever it is, it's that crazy shit.
Located not only around the Sphinx, but underneath it as well.
That's where they came up with the term pyramid scams.
Speculation and theories. Schemes. And so forth. That was the very
Schemes.
first time that...
Pyramid scams, same shit.
He's so crazy. He's just dabbing away the whole time.
And according to this, they found very, very strong evidence of what looked like artificial chambers.
It is not a question as to whether
shaft-like feature.
there is a secret underground passage underneath the Giza Plateau. The question is, can we get access to it? Of course, the all-important question
Yeah, the teepee.
is that something of extraordinary value. Maybe
it looks like the back of a coochie jeans, like in the pocket. The back of the new coochie jean pockets. It has the flower of life. It's dope, son. It has the molecule. That's a real piece.
If the earth cavities under the Sphinx contain not only gold, but gold mined by ancient alien beings,
riffraff,
might they also contain something more than just material treasure? Ancient astronaut theorists believe an elaborate secret repository is located under the Sphinx's paws, known as the Hall of Records. It dates back to the fall of Atlantis.
So you're telling me all the gold is stashed as in suppositories?
In the right paw. That's maybe where suppository came from.
Years ago. They also claim...
You know, that's exactly where suppository came from.
And that they need...
They had extraterrestrials living in Atlanta?
All of their accumulated knowledge.
They still do, you know, future.
The Hall of Record, it was made by us, but with the tools and the knowledge of extraterrestrials.
You think they smoked weed back then, or they couldn't have built pyramids high? So, you know what I mean? They
No,
maybe designed
100%.
it.
No,
No.
No, they're saying that the ancient people were 100% hallucinators.
You can't hallucinate from weed, bottom line.
What do you mean you can't hallucinate? First of all, I was on the plane from South Africa back to New York off one pill.
Oh, a weed pill?
Yes, but wait. I was tripping out, hallucinating, sweating unbelievably. I wake up in Senegal. 20 motherfuckers come on the plane spraying some shit. I'm half like out of control. I don't know what the hell's going on. They leave. Another 9 hours back to New York. I was out of my mind. So it was a pretty eventful trip.
So you hallucinated. There was no one that sprayed on the plane. That's what you're saying. You're just
whatever. No, they did.
They really did.
It bugged me out even worse. It was crazy. They sprayed some next shit.
Gold is one of the best conductors of electricity we have, which is obviously very important in electronic applications. Not only do you need a really good conductor, but you need one that won't corrode. And so gold, when you really, really need high quality, long-lasting, good electronics, it's really the choice that you would make.
Is ancient knowledge not only stored with gold, but stored on gold, really the mysterious secret of this precious metal? Perhaps the answer lies hidden 1,800 miles away.
Orville right over there. Have to learn how to fly.
Just come here with a bandana on. What do I do?
I got you.
Okay.
Just gotta let it cool for a second.
Okay.
You don't want to hit it hot. It's like taking a hot bag to the vein. It might go bad.
The village of Chateau, France. January 29th, 1953.
That's not too long ago. Good year.
Marie Desnarnaud, a frail 85-year-old woman, lies on her deathbed, promising to divulge a long-held secret about
Put your mouth where the smoke is. I'll hold it for you right there. Actually, nah, you hold it because it looks crazier when I hold it. All right, go ahead.
What do I do?
Chug with her. Chug? Just hit it. Twerk it. Jump it. Make it twerk, man. Bubble it. No, don't do that. Continuous suck.
I will tell you the secret, and you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams.
You didn't get enough. There's more. There's more. There's more. There's a flavor saver. Come on.
And they have no idea.
Just one, finish it. Just one more.
Able to speak it after she
Oh my God, dude.
Come, just there's a little bit left. The teeth. Just hit it.
Treasure hidden at Rennes-le-Château date all the way back to the 5th century.
It's good.
When after
and you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams.
I remember I bought my first gold tooth from Main Street.
Is awesome.
At Busy Bee Mall. It had a gun on it. It was one tooth with a gun.
You either had a gun or the weed leaf.
Yeah, my man Troy had the weed leaf.
There you go. You had the weed leaf, buddy.
Or might it point to an extraterrestrial connection?
We ain't been halfway through the show?
Nah.
You gotta get past it.
It's not like, come on. It's not like you actually have to watch the whole thing, right?
Rennes-le-Château could be a stargate to another world. This is based on the inscription placed above the entrance to the church by Baron J. Saunier.
Why would this priest put this inscription there unless he's indicating that this
Ford Falcon neck again.
Powerful place, Rennes
I actually love that, man.
a gateway to this.
I love that's like a bolo. That's like a bolo chain. I love those things. What is that, silver?
You rock that?
Hell yeah.
Choker?
Yes, that's a wild link.
The ground there is oozing mystery.
We know that people have said that Rennes-le-Château is a place for UFOs. We know people have reported time slips. And people have said that they have had encounters with the devil. So there is definitely something about that area which suggests that for centuries, very strange and bizarre things happen.
Could this tiny village be a gateway to an extraterrestrial past? Or even another dimension?
It could be anything. This is one of those places, those strange places.
With Marie...
Like a vortex?
Yes. Or, as some believe, the secrets of Rennes-le-Château might still be revealed. And the answer may lie not in France, but just to the north, in Scotland. Roslin Chapel, Scotland.
We gotta find a wormhole. You gotta find that.
Hill overlooking the village of Roslin, 7 miles south of Edinburgh, sits this medieval 15th century church. Some say that hidden on the grounds, in secret chambers within the church, are some of the world's greatest lost relics, including the most valuable golden relic of all.
What do you think that is?
The Holy
Indiana
Grail.
Jones?
Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail.
Used by Jesus during the Last Supper.
It's a cup.
The Knights Templar began excavating at Solomon's Temple.
It's the cup that is... It's not just a cup.
It's the cup.
It's as if...
That cup. The cup.
It's that cup. Bro, you don't even understand.
It's that cup.
You don't even get it, man. It's like...
You're trying to fight destiny. That's the most important cup ever made. Never fight it.
That cup right there is like... I can't even describe its significance with words or symbols. It's just mathematical equations. What the f is going on over there?
Cops here?
The massage therapist is here.
Oh, bring her in. Hello. How are you? Thank you for coming. Oh, man.
You gonna get realigned?
Definitely. Hello, how are you?
Great, thank you very much.
Bronson, nice to meet you.
Michelle.
How's everything? Is your table gonna hold me? 300 almost. Like 290. Oh, is that right? Okay, perfect.
Yo, Hannah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I look into your eyes and all I hear is Brian McKnight.
It literally is a Holy Grail temple that was constructed by William St. Clair. It is designed to be a repository of Holy Grail secrets. When it was created, it had the most wonderful and fantastic symbolism perhaps anywhere in the world.
Yeah, I'm stressed, right?
Could Roslin...
I'm stressed out, right? You can tell.
Yes, you are.
To house the Holy Grail. Some believe the architecture of the chapel is adorned with mysterious messages and symbols that reveal the secret whereabouts of the Cup of Christ.
And here we are. This is Roslin Chapel. William St. Clair was responsible for building the chapel.
Can somebody give me a dab over here?
The Green Men, pagan deities that represent growth and rebirth. Some believe these strange faces provide a clue that the chapel truly does hold the Holy Grail.
The carvings themselves have a dual meaning. They always have had a dual meaning.
The Green Man appears in over 110 different locations. As you watch the progression of the Green Man...
You gotta put it over here by my face and like carve it for me and everything.
Passing of time.
Tell me if I'm coming in right.
Keep going.
Of all the Green Man carvings,
Wait, not too hot.
the wall and towards the west, they become older.
There we go.
This symbolizes the ultimate secrets of nature. And it makes one wonder if, in fact, the Grail is connected with these secrets and the presence of the Green Man in this Holy Grail chapel.
That was a good one, bro.
Lemon Jack.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Right now we're watching Ancient Aliens. This is the episode about gold and shit like that. And shit like that.
But if the Holy Grail truly does reside in Roslin Chapel, where might it be hidden? Some believe it lies within an ornate pillar called the Apprentice Pillar, and at least one person has actually attempted to retrieve it.
We actually have a story which is known to be factual. A person came into the chapel with an axe who was going to be intent on hacking down the Apprentice Pillar because he was convinced that the Grail was actually inside.
What is the Grail? What if I was to say Grail is your DNA? Because it is your past and it is your future.
What do you smoke? Do you ever smoke before? Hold on, let me just smoke. Wait, never.
I've never smoked before.
Do you think it's bad or good? Like, it helps it to relax?
I don't know. I think it helps him.
Yeah, he relaxes.
Yeah, exactly. If it helps relax his muscles, then it's good for him.
Did you ever give a massage where somebody just stopped and just smoked?
They didn't do it in front of me.
This is a first?
Yeah.
Look at this thing I'm hitting. Look at this. That's ancient alien artwork right there.
Arrived from the stars.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Often described as this vessel that had blinking red lights, were the Templar in possession of some
Look at that.
technological device.
This is like Die Hard with a Vengeance. Remember when the shit had a mix? And then he kept blowing things up? Hans Gruber's brother? Peter Gruber? I mean, Peter Gruber's brother Hans? And what do you think that they were after in that movie? They were after all the gold in New York City in the reserve. They were blowing shit up. Yo, I can't even believe how everything is tying together right now. It's like my mind is blown.
Gold has been one of the most important quests of all ancient and sacred traditions. Gold symbolizes wealth, it symbolizes power, but ultimately gold represents our connection with the stars.
A tangible connection to extraterrestrial ancestors that came to Earth thousands of years ago. Perhaps. But if the search for gold really is one of the reasons why ancient aliens traveled to the third planet from the sun, one more question remains. Will they return for more?
And it's time for the credits. That's good. Any more dabs? Do we have any oil in the house? Anyone,
I'm feeling oily.
I love little doggies and kitties, man.
I'm feeling extra oily.
Right,